Hi, I'm Dr. Blair Masters with AcuSmart. I am here to help you make better decisions in regards to your health. And I think in many, many ways that starts with a little bit of philosophy. Let's get into this here just a little bit. Um, and I will refer to this on a regular basis. The triad of health is really a philosophical foundation that I have in my practice, and it really helps me make and helps, I hope, you make good decisions. There are essentially six things that cause health problems. There is your acupuncture system. This has been around forever, but there are ways to really utilize this personally. You at home utilize it personally in many ways that make it very, very easy to help get rid of symptoms and conditions using that system that's been around for thousands of years. There's toxins, and you'll find this in our air and our water and our food. There's lots of ways to eliminate this, but really something that you need to be aware of. There is nutrition, and this has to do with five things: what you eat, what you drink, hormones, infections, and prescriptions. And I think this really brings up one of the major problems with our healthcare system in America today, and that is essentially there's six things that cause health problems. There's five in this particular category. Nutrition's a huge category and it's extremely important for your health. But medical doctors, pharmaceutical companies focus on 1/5 of 1/6 of everything that can cause health problems. And they ignore all the rest of this stuff here. And they only focus on this one little thing right here and expect that to make you healthy. And it cannot do it. There is no way. Now, if I'm in a situation where I get in an automobile accident or break my leg or something like that, the medical system is extremely good at dealing with that sort of thing. Um, but if you want to be healthy, they're really not very good at it at all. They don't know anything about being healthy to speak of. You cannot maintain your health with drugs. It's impossible. Moving on. Allergies and sensitivities, which that goes along with this in many ways. Emotion, which that goes along with this as well. This stuff's all interconnected. And structure, like your bones and your joints and ligaments and tendons and so on. There are so many things that you can do with all of this stuff that it is really amazing. And again, we're here to help you essentially make good decisions, utilize as little of your resources as possible toward your health care when it comes to financial. A lot of resources, hopefully, in regards to thought and taking proper action, which is really, I think, very easy to do. You're going to eat anyway. You may as well eat to be healthy, or you'll be in a situation where you'll be paying the doctor, pay me now or pay me later kind of thing. But that being said, let me move on here. Now, let me see. There we go. If you have this all good, everything is balanced, you're all in good shape with all of this stuff, then you've got good function in your life. Everything is functioning well. And that's really the basis for good health. My organs and systems and tissues are all functioning properly, and I'm basically at ease. You wouldn't even go to the doctor. You don't have any symptoms. You don't have any pain unless you're in a preventative situation, preventative lifestyle, and you just want to get checked. Um, Now, that is all great. That is the way it should be. But when stuff starts to get thrown off in one way or another, oh, I ate horrible food on a regular basis for a long period of time, and I have a bunch of toxins, or I've been exposed to them at work, or I've been exposed to them at home. Like I said, air, water, and food are the places where you get this sort of thing. Or nutrition, if you eat the standard American diet, which is stands for SAD, then you are just guaranteed to be unhealthy. That's what it is designed to do, is to make you unhealthy so you're a better customer for the pharmaceutical companies. But if you eat normal in America, even if you eat healthy in America, healthy, let's put that in quotes, in America, then you're in a situation where it's very, very likely you're going to have some kind of symptoms that go along with that. Allergies and sensitivities, these will occur if you have leaky gut syndrome, if you are exposed to certain foods on a regular basis. It can really cause lots of problems here. And then emotions, this can occur from past experiences, but don't discount how important nutrition is for your emotional health. It is vital that you get good nutrition. Omega-6 fatty acids in excess, they've shown, can cause depression, anxiety, all sorts of health problems. So having a good amount of omega-3s in your diet, which is a whole other video. And then structure, the more study that they've done on exercise, the more they find basically it's good for almost anything. The only thing exercise isn't good for is a broken leg. So anyway, but when something gets thrown off here, you'll start to have some kind of dysfunction. And this is many times something that people don't even have an awareness of. People with diabetes, they oftentimes don't even know that they have it until they go in and maybe get a blood test. And oh my goodness, the doctor found out that you have this diagnosis or that diagnosis or some kind of disease process going on. And just along those lines, what's the number one symptom in 50% of heart attacks? Is the when they have their heart attack is the first symptom that they have. If you're in a situation where you have heart disease, most of the time people aren't aware of it. And the first thing they do is say, "Oh, I'm having a heart attack." And that's the first indication that they have it, is they're already down to this area. Now, I contend that most of these people aren't paying much attention because, most of the time, if they go upstairs, they're winded or they have a little bit of pain somewhere or something like that. But we as Americans have been taught to, hey, treat the symptom, get rid of the symptom, take a medication to treat the symptom. And if you're a pharmaceutical company and you're teaching people, hey, do all this stuff up here and maintain your health, then you don't have a lot of customers because there aren't a lot of symptoms and a lot of pain for people to use your medications for. So why would you do that? As a matter of fact, you're taught, oh, I don't feel quite right, or I have some kind of symptom, some kind of headache. Take a Tylenol, take an Advil, take a ibuprofen. Oh, you know what? I'm really having some trouble. Well, there's extra strength Tylenol for that, so don't worry. Oh, now we found, oh, you have heart disease, you have arthritis, you have this, you have that. We really need to get you on a prescription. And oh, you can't be cured of that stuff because, we don't know how to cure that. So you're just going to be on that for the rest of your life. And by the way, that's going to make us billions and billions of dollars every year. So don't get on this treadmill where you're heading down in this direction. Make decisions as you go. And that's what AcuSmart is here for, is to help you make good decisions about your health care. Don't get involved in this, I think, health care scam where you're put on medications essentially for the rest of your life for diseases that are not curable. It can't do anything about it, which is malarkey for the most part. And so we want to empower you to not participate in that kind of thing. Anyway, hopefully we'll see you on future videos. If you have any conditions or symptoms, check out some of the links in the description below. Take care, and we'll talk to you later.